The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Friday. Call us 888-855-2297. Don't be in a hurry because it'll probably be forever before I get to the phone.
We get to the
Call us
phone.
today.
Just go.
You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star Frisco, where there's activity today. A lot of folks out here today, I guess, in town for the game. Temperature is 91. The high is 94. The low is 76.
He is Shannon. That's Nate. This is Kurt in all black, ready to
Death
kill. He ready to
Death Star.
Nate Kurt put on black today because he said death of that BS that we did last week. We about to put on something new. I am Zaddy Holly. It is Friday, so I'm Zaddy on Friday. Together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People
Feel Jonathan Hanks, Gallimore, Parson, D-Law.
when we speak.
Yes. Come on,
I'm
man.
apologizing in advance. Something is up Nate's butt today.
Hey.
And he is mad.
No,
Don't
go that route.
He is mad.
Something is trying to get
at
out.
Everything. So he's trying to get out. He is
are
on
off
one
to
today.
a
I'm listening
By
to
the way,
every.
hang on real quick.
Yes, sir.
This
We're
segment
brought to you each and
by-
every
there we
day
go.
by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Okay, Nate.
We Cooks, we need you to get 200 yards.
What?
200.
100, wow.
Look
This
see
is
what
make-
look to see what the most yards he's ever had
I think Nate needs a
in a
cookie.
game. Go ahead.
Nate needs something.
No, my brother Jess,
Please
Kurt,
Go take a dump.
Shannon, this is what bothers me.
Get it out.
Is for 4 or 5 years, all I've been
Exercise.
doing is crying. Zeke. And nobody rolled with me.
186.
Nobody rolled with me. Now, Zeke is gone. I'm listening to our local media. I'm listening to guys on these podcasts. I'm listening. Now, all of a sudden, and I'm listening to Death Star here.
What have I said?
Yeah, no, you haven't said anything. I'm just the color that you have on.
I just told you what it is. It's the death of the BS that we put on the field last week.
And now
thought he's
we
made for
finally
Cowboys.
get Zeke out of here. And I hear and the owner say, "Hey, we was laying in the woods to get Zeke." I'm like, what it is about Zeke that everybody want him to get 100 yards now?
Sentimental.
If
Same
Zeke
thing.
get 100 yards along with this Stevenson kid,
Oh, we're done.
I'm like, y'all, do y'all know our number one killer is run defense?
Zeke gets 100, period.
Come on, fellas. What are y'all thinking? Do not let Zeke come in here and rush for 100 yards. I heard one guy said 110 and a touchdown. Really?
Well, they don't want the Cowboys to lose. They just want Zeke to have a good trip back because he's going to be emotional.
I'm telling you, Jesse said, hey, I understand that Coach Belichick will not just run Zeke to run Zeke, but I understand that he will run both of these cats if they're getting 4 and 5 yards a clip, and it'll allow Mr. Juice to be ahead of the chains. Fellas, they got Hunter Henry. They got this other big receiver. I can't even think of his name. They have weapons, people. This team is sound, if nothing else. This team ain't giving up 200 yards rushing. This team is going to hold you around 110 or less. These guys are fundamentally sound. And you know who they are. Tell me who the Dallas Cowboys is. I'll tell you, a team that is when they're front running, they are hard to stop.
Oh, the Cowboys
But when
are
you are
front-runners.
punching them back in their mouth, they have been known to stress.
Ooh.
Yes, I mean, now I sit up over here, Mr. Jokester, all the time and want to laugh, and I defer to my boy Jesse.
I am all for spicy. Anytime Spicy Nate wants to make an appearance, we get
when
out
a
the way.
team counterpunches us and say, "Nah, we're gonna continue to run. You may be up 10. You don't scare us. This ain't the second half, fourth quarter. You don't scare. We're gonna continue to pound this ball at you. So stop. Get on Jesse timeline. and
What?
tell
Don't
them.
get on my timeline.
No, because that way I can see what you're doing. Because I ain't going to respond. Do not wish Zeke anything but health. When he leaves this game, I want him and Dak to meet at the middle of the field and hug and say, man, we sorry you didn't get but 20 yards on 10 carries.
We need Emmitt Smith with the Arizona Cardinals.
Thank you. There you go.
How many yards did he have?
6 rushes for -1.
Oh,
Wow.
That's what we need.
at the end of the game, who gets the Zeke Patriot jersey? Swap.
Ooh.
That's big.
That's a great
That's big.
question. We need to keep an eye on that. It's got to be Dak, right? That's
Well, I don't
I
know.
don't know if Dak does that, but I would
He
say
doesn't.
I would think Dak.
He doesn't, but
for his boy.
Sean Lee never did it.
But you
until
know,
one game.
Micah's always one that wants to get one.
Yep.
Trayvon's one that always
I
wants to get one.
wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys win if there's a fight, not a fist fight, but like a. No, I'm getting it. No, I'm getting it. No, guys.
We'll put that.
You
We'll
know
put that
what?
in our
They can get
prediction.
whatever they
We'll put
want.
it in our
Long as
prediction.
kid don't rush for
Who gets the
100 yards.
jersey?
That's a good pod pick.
Yeah,
put that in
yeah,
predictions.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I just realized while you were, and thank you for that. I like it when you
No,
do
I
that.
just don't like it,
That's-
man.
You know what?
Spicy Nate.
Spicy Nate.
More talk from you, less talk from Jesse.
No.
never a good
That's
thing.
our boy. That's our boy.
Never a good
That's
thing.
our boy. That's
I don't
our
want
boy.
you to. I don't want you to even start to put that in the atmosphere. I don't want you to start putting that in his mind. I don't want y'all to start
Jesse,
making that a thing.
Think of this, man.
It's
Think of this.
always been.
And I know we got to get to the callers.
No, we don't. We don't.
And
We
then
love Spicy
Then
Nate.
we heard. Then I heard people talking about put Parsons at linebacker.
Oh yeah, I like that.
That-
I liked it. This is
You-
good.
this-
I got
this-
all this before y'all
This,
got
yeah,
it.
this gets me.
Yeah.
This gets
This is
me.
good. This is good.
Number one.
I
Let
want to
me
know if
say
y'all
this.
agree with
We
this.
7 minutes in, and it's all
know.
Nate. I'm all for this. I'm all for this.
When you started putting this kid in the realm of Charles Haley, you start putting this kid in the realm of the great Lawrence Taylor.
Go Heels.
Let me tell y'all something.
You know he's business because the
We
backpack
never-
is on. The backpack ain't coming off.
They moved Lawrence Taylor around too, because Belichick was his coach, his the linebacker coach and defensive coordinator. They moved him around too. But understand me, when we looked up, when the game was on the line, he was at left outside linebacker. And he would shift down, Leonard Marshall would shift down over me. Is that guy right now? Is it Leonard Marshall? Well, anyway, a guy from LSU, bad gorilla built dude. Anyway, he was there. Then Lawrence would shift down on Tui. This was versus the run. This was versus the pass. You had to play the run in order to prove to these guys, Parcells and Bell, that you were a stud. Quit telling me that now we have to take Parsons and move him to the linebacker. All he has to do, all he gonna have is a tight end. Set the edge, man. Set the edge. If you as great as they think you are, which I think you can be, you have to be challenged to set the edge. They gonna come at you 1 or 2 times. When you show you a bulldog, just if I'm lying,
No, you
when
good.
you show you a bulldog, they go, oh boy, this bulldog done growed up. And guess what? He hanging. He is hanging with the. Never mind.
He hanging with the boys.
Yes, he is. And if you think this kid is all of that, you don't have to hide him on because now you're asking guys last week who didn't show up, our defensive line interior didn't show up. So now you're asking him, you think that he's going to be better than Leighton Vander Esch? You think he's going to be better than Damone Clark? What if your D-line don't feel like it? Now when they get on Parsons like they got on him last week, what are you going to say then? No, it's time to grow up and keep people up under 100 yards rushing. Don't give up more than 115 yards rushing. That's combined or is that one player? I don't care. This is what you have to do. But if you don't do that, Belichick, who is sound, he don't have the athletes you have. Where we can win the game is with our defense on their offense. Because Jesse say Mr. Juice ain't no good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But last
We'll
week,
see.
most of those running yards came to the outside.
And that's where Mr. Who lives. That's where the alien live at, on the outside. Set the edge, brother.
Okay. All right.
Set the edge. See, the thing is, we can criticize or we can celebrate, but bottom line, it's still about basic, sound football. And at the end of the day, when you look at the 49ers and you look at their defense, they don't have player for player that we have, but they in the right spot. They're setting the defense. You may beat the Patriots, but they're going to be doing the right things. You're going to beat them because you're better than them. You're not going to beat them because you just wowed them with a bunch of trick plays. Well, that's it, man. I'm going home.
Wow, don't stop now.
I'm going home, man.
10 minutes.
I just wanted to listen to.
seconds.
But see, I need to quit listening to other shows and just hang out with the boys. Cause
No, I like it.
no, I'm not listening to
You're
no
inspired.
shows. I'm not listening.
You're inspired. I love
You've
it.
been licking. You've been.
Whoa, what?
Wait a second. What? You've been doing what before the show?
No.
Wait a
Mickey's
second.
show too much.
Chris, stop.
He has been listening to Mickey's show too much.
Well, that's where you go. That's your first mistake.
That's your first mistake.
That is.
That is a no.
Let's be clear with that. That's where your first mistake started.
That's what got him fired up because he started arguing with Mickey before he came in today.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just can't believe. I just can't believe, man.
It's the truth. Look
That's
at him.
your
He's
first
smiling.
mistake.
He's smiling.
Now I listened to the one before that, the break, and
Be careful.
Be easy
Be
now.
careful.
Now,
We like this.
I told
setup.
you. I've told you
We
several
like this
times
setup.
before. I'm gonna ride with you.
right.
I'm gonna ride with
Till
you.
you mess with my
When
money.
you start messing with the boss of my
break
money,
too, man.
then I separate myself from you.
Now, but
I'm
the
no
boss
longer
man don't say
gang with
nothing.
you.
You know,
Uh-oh.
they
Go have another
and
playground.
then they
meetup.
wonder, you know, and I'm glad Broadus responded on his show correctly when they say, why don't they just throw Tyron Smith out there at the left guard? Tyler Smith out there at the left tackle. No, don't do that. This is what basic people don't understand.
He's talking to y'all. You
The
basics.
strength.
Talking to me.
So let y'all know.
The strength
We'll let
of your
y'all know.
team as a run team and as a protection pass blocking team, the strength of your team is the center and the two guards. If you have a center and two guards that can do their job, keep the pocket deep when you're passing, be able to stay level when you're running, your tackles you can handle. It's easier to deploy people at the tackles to get help. It's not, how do you slow down, you in motion, and you slow down right before the snap, right behind the center. You can't do that. But you can motion across and slow down right with that tackle and then release out. But how you going to slow down behind the center or guard and then you got an out route? How you going to release out then?
So you're
It's
saying
harder.
it's easier to give somebody help.
Help on one end or the other. Yes.
If you scheme it the right way.
Brother.
Right.
It ain't no way to scheme to help a center or a guard.
Right.
Especially when you got guys that would line. The Patriots would line up number 92, Devon, whatever his name, Devon, what is that, Chick-Chuck or whatever, Chick-Chack or
What?
whatever. And
Gotcha.
Lawrence Guy, number 93. They would line these dudes up on your guards, head up, and say, now move me. And if you can't move them dudes with them single digits going to be living in your backfield. That's the bottom line.
Red sleeve.
Jesse, tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying.
Them dude with them single, and you made it simple because now I don't have to call no names. Just look for number 9, look for number 8, number 6. They coming. They're in a stadium near you if you don't block the D line. I'm telling you.
Jesse, what do you think about
This is not my segment. Do not ask me one question. We 13 minutes in. You go back to Nate. He is going to finish
I'm
this segment.
through.
He is
I'm
going to
through, man.
finish
We
this
gotta
segment.
get to the callers,
Well,
man.
he is going to finish this segment. Whatever you got to ask me, you ask me after the break.
Well, let's go to the break. Let's go to the break.
All right, let's go to break. We'll take some calls when we come back on Hanging with the
Derek,
Boys.
don't call me because I'm going to Mr. Jones. I ain't say nothing wrong.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole made with real Hass avocados will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pregame sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the Friday edition of Hanging with Nate.
Yeah.
Newton.
Yeah.
Each and every
Spicy
segment is
Spicy
brought to
Nate.
you by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com.
This is just a second thing. Get off our lawn. It's just
Yeah.
a second thing. Get off our lawn.
Like you found a segment that you can get on. Get off my lawn. Nate's like, I fit right in with that one.
I like it. This. Oh, I was reading that wrong. Okay. Thank goodness I looked back down again before I opened my mouth. So anyway, all right.
I want to apologize. The kid is number 92, Devon Godcheck, and
It's Ghost Shaw.
Gochar. Yes, and the other guy I can't pronounce. I'm sorry, but I can pronounce number 93, Lawrence Guy Senior. Them dudes will clog it up. They will clog it up, man.
Like a week's worth of cheese.
Yeah, man. So
Y'all eat Taco Bell? Do y'all eat Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not
on
often.
occasion.
Sometimes. Why?
when I do, I go at it.
Both before and after.
Before
right?
and after. Yeah. No, I don't eat that
You
stuff. No.
They're young
Are
cloggers.
they a sponsor of us? I don't want to, I can't.
No.
All right,
I
great.
think
That
we got a
stuff is
different one.
trash. Y'all eat that?
It's good self-awareness, though.
Yeah, I'm trying.
That you
I need the
asked
money.
before you trash them.
I can't turn down any sponsorships.
I do. I think it's a got to be in the mood for it. It's like
I really wouldn't feed my dog that. I wouldn't feed my dog like
But
that.
if you're in the mood, you got to get in the mood. Once you get in the mood, you just go at it
and then you usually
Suffer
feel
the consequences.
awful for about 12 hours, and then, so it's kind of like going on a bender, like drinking. I know you're not a drinker.
can't relate.
You know what you're signing up for, and you really want it bad enough, even though you know what is on the back end of it.
and that's
They go
why I
hand in
stopped.
hand.
I remember
I just couldn't do the back end no more.
No.
I stopped
When the
drinking.
back end,
Thank you, God.
hey, when the back end starts doing you instead of you doing the back end, it's time to give it up. Time to give it up. All right, Chris, who we got on the phone?
I hope it's a pastor.
No, please.
No, it is not. Dang it.
Man.
Thank you,
I'm
Pastor.
sorry.
Thank you,
But it
Chris.
is Marcus in Richmond, Virginia.
Marcus, what's up, man?
What's up, fellas? No, I'm not a pastor, but first-time caller. Love y'all's show. Shout out Jesse Tar Heels, man. We're going to get a championship this
Let's
year.
go, baby.
We got a good roster. But wanted to ask the question because I know, it's been looming, since last season and then obviously last week against the Cardinals. But, is the run defense, is this something that is, you guys think, a habit, or do we have the personnel to be able to stop the run? I'll hang up and listen. Appreciate you guys letting me call.
Great question.
Yeah,
Because that's
great
something
question.
you haven't. We talked about scheme. We
need
talked
that-
about effort.
We need that to have the Taco Bell back end.
Yes.
Clogged up.
Yes. Because you thought maybe you fixed this thing. Do they have the personnel to stop the run?
They have the personnel, but do they have the will and the desire to do the job? Alignment and assignment, Jess.
You hit it. I don't even want to talk on this show, actually. I wanted to be all Nate.
Stop. You notice anything on my backpack,
Look,
right?
I submitted my invoice this morning, and I put today's show on there, and it's already been approved. So I really don't have to work this show. They already approved my invoice. No, but I think you're absolutely right, Nate. I mean, we've talked about it. We went through it. These offensively and defensively, but we're talking about defense. This roster is one of the most talented rosters that this Cowboys team has probably had since 2007. That team, I think, had 13 Pro Bowlers on it. I mean, the names that are on this roster will start you pick a name. You pick a random name off this roster, and I can put them on 15 or 16 other rosters in the National Football League, and they'll be a starter. And they'll be a key contributor to that roster, and you have it here. It all comes down to it's not the skill, and it's just being alignment sound. Like they have to, and I think they will get back to that this weekend, is you have to do the work early to get to the sack party. Yeah. Like you got to do the setup to get to the sack party. You got to do you throw a big party at the house, you got to clean up, set everything up, get the drinks ready. You have to do that part. And then you get a chance to enjoy the party. They're doing it in reverse. They want the party to come and try to set up while the party's there. Well, you can't do that. And I think they tried to address those needs with Mozzie, with bringing back Hankins. But hell, Hankins, I can't have you jumping gaps. I can't have you jumping gaps. Wow. You have to be assignment and alignment sound. They have the guys to do it. They have the veterans to do it. They have the players to do it. It all comes down to, do they want to put in that early work to get to the fun part of defense?
Yeah. There was an article, I think, Morning News today. I think it was Calvin Watkins. But he made the comment that because they are a little small, linebacker, they're using those hybrid safeties. Parson is, for a lineman, he's on the small side. That makes it even more important than assignments.
Right.
And we obviously didn't see that last week.
Yep. Last week was all about assignment, man. Like it was assignment and effort. And anytime that a coach, and this is for all the young people that are watching or all the coaches that are watching our show, anytime a coach on any level, little league, high school, college, and for sure the pros, anytime a coach has to spend a millisecond on effort and want to, it's a millisecond too long. If you have to coach at any given time, effort and want to, that is time completely wasted. I don't care if it's a half a second. You cannot, your headphones are still on. You cannot waste time on effort. And when you talk about this league, the top, the creme de la creme of all leagues, there should never be a time I come into a meeting and go, come on, guys, really? We don't have the proper effort here?
Yeah.
I saw effort being poor in that Arizona game, second play of the game. The second play of the game, and we're talking about effort from guys who should not have effort issues? Nah, that cannot be.
I don't know how you even coach that. That's just that's the player's own.
Right. That has to be self-taught. And so I think I won't go away from what I've said before. I think the leadership is right on this team, offensively and defensively. I think Dan Quinn is the guy who can motivate just about anybody. I think you're going to see a charged up team ready to go, ready to do their job. Like I know that's like the kind of cliche, but if we steal anything from Bill Belichick, do your job. And I think if they do that, then that gets them a chance to put back on the show that we thought that they can put on coming into this year.
All right, I just want to be really clear that was Nate Newton, Derek. If you're listening, that was Nate Newton that pulled rank on you.
Yeah,
and
because he's probably the only one in this group.
Yeah.
that can
actually do that.
That can actually go see Jerry. I might have to catch Jerry in passing,
right?
And he'll stop for me, but I ain't going up to the office.
Yeah. Nate could probably wouldn't even have to make an appointment.
He just
probably just walk up, skip the second floor, just go right literally above Derek's head, and just walk down that hall. And so Derek, that was Nate Newton. Yeah. Be clear, we're good. We're good here.
We're good. You approve my invoice. We're good.
Chris, who we got on the phone?
This guy is not in a stairwell this week.
Okay,
in Miami.
What's up, man?
What's up, guys? My dudes, what's up, baby? How y'all mentals and y'all dentals, man? Let's rock and roll, man.
Our mentals are great. Shannon's teeth are still
jacked up.
Yep.
We're good.
Come on, Shannon. It's been a minute, bro.
Too long. You have no idea.
Anyway.
No idea.
Anyway, let's do this, man. Let me fix this team for y'all, man. Y'all ready? I'm going to fix this team, man.
Let's go, Doc.
And I'm going to fix your red zone problems. Let's go. Bay Buccaneers film, playoff film, and a 49er film back-to-back. Doggone near perfect game, Tampa Bay, offensively and defensively. They had enough shut them out. They didn't even need those points at the end. Shut them out. Everybody's playing assignment football. Dak's on the mark. I mean, having one of his best games. The best game of the year, not the Minnesota game. Then I'm showing them the San Francisco game, where, like you say, everybody wants to no gap discipline, no regular assignment discipline. Dak, I don't know where your eyes be sometimes. So you know, you my boy, I'm gonna blame you on that. I'm showing that too. Fix those problems, guys. Discipline, accountability, and consistency again, and you can do what you need to do. Now, red zone. You know how you fix your red zone? 2 ways. You don't get in the red zone. You got 4 other ways to score. You can score kickoff, punts. You can score a long run, a long pass outside the 21-yard line, right? Inside the 20-yard line, to channel my Michael Irvin, you wide receivers, CD, all you guys, you got number 88. Catch the ball. Tight ends, catch the ball. Running backs, run the ball. And you big guys, as Mike used to tell Nate and those guys, I guess he told you this, Nate, when he said, you ain't got but 3 seconds. 3 seconds, get your big fat butt up there and block that dude for 3 seconds. Get this way. Block it for 3 seconds. You do that, and we can win. I got it 1 point, and that's how you win games. You win, like Nate say, by 1 point. I got 19-18 Cowboys.
Oh, 19-18. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it, man. It's a good point. Make y'all red zone offense better by not getting in the red zone. Just score.
What did you think about McCarthy? He's kind of touting them. Oh, we made it 15 times into the last year was only 6 at this point. We made it 15. Of course, last year they scored 4 out of 6 times, and this year they've scored 6 out of 15. So
I think that's just him trying to have a positive spin on it. Sometimes when things are kind of spiraling in that negative direction, as the leader, you got to just put some mojo out there to say, you know, hey, guys, like, we're not all the way back, especially when it's on your shoulders now. Like, because at the end of the day, you can say, well, last year, y'all were that because Kellen Moore was the OC, and you weren't. Now that you're the OC, so, you know, he has to put some sort of kind of positive spin on that thing. But again, I think sometimes you have to have these wake-up moments. And I think the addition of this week's focus being on the red zone and this week's focus being on what defense didn't do last week, I think you're going to see it charged up in a different. Now, don't come into the segment and not be on point of what we're talking about.
No. Would you, when you're missing 3 starters like Coach was, would you kind of still run just to see where those players at? Would you kind of go into the game still stuck with your game plan? How would you do that?
This
Coach
week?
McCarthy. No, last week. How would you have handled that?
Oh, if I have my starters, then that anytime
with the 3 guys that they started with, would you kind of still stay with
No, I wouldn't. And I don't think any normal person would. I think in the back of your mind, you're like,
I think McCarthy said he felt like he might have got a little too far away from, like,
he said
a lot of stuff he threw out, and maybe he should have
kept a little bit of it.
Yeah, because I mean that's the
Trying
one
to help him too much.
Like that's the one thing I believe about coaches is when you begin to lose guys, you kind of play these mind games with yourself, right? And in those moments, the time and the possessions are so precious. You play these mind games with yourself. Can we? Could we? Should we? And you kind of sometimes just fool yourself out of doing certain things because of personnel. And I think maybe he did that a little bit last week, kind of like, man, we don't have 3 offensive linemen, so, you know, this play needs a little bit more time. Will we have it? Because if I show it and display it, it's one of the things I can't go back to it again, possibly. So maybe I'll just hold on to it. And I think he really thought that they were going to find a rhythm at some point in time in that game and just be fine. And then you look up and you go, oh, it's only 6 minutes left in the game. We haven't found it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Now you try to, you know, push the envelope a little bit more. But I'm confident this team will find its way.
I just think more in the red zone, fellas. And I said it. I've been teasing about it. But on a serious note, man, you look at teams that are truly successful in the red zone, they always have that tremendous threat of the run. Now, they don't always run it. They'll go down and they'll hit you with a quick slant or fade or whatever. But, Jess, I'm asking you, for this team, if you can see it, what is our best red zone pass? What could possibly be our best red zone pass that we can look for?
Anytime we get in the red zone, I personally am not a fan of bringing more big guys in. I just am. What I want when we get in the red zone, because my space is now condensed vertically, I don't have that. I don't have the field anymore. I want to stretch you horizontally. Right. I want to be able to stretch you that way so that now the holes that I can throw into become a little bit bigger because guys aren't backing up. But if I can get you spread out vertically, now I'm able to kind of find windows.
Right.
So I particularly like a lot of the routes where you have you'll have the shorter routes underneath, and then you'll have routes come behind guys. Right. Because now that the timing of it all, if I have a guy who runs a 14-yard in route, okay, but I have a guy in the intermediate that runs an 8-yard sit route, and then maybe kind of feather out a little bit. I get to now dictate and play with that linebacker / safety. Because then once they see that guy sits, they have a decision to make. Because I'm backing up, but once he sits in front of me, I now go attack that. It opens up behind me. Or I don't respect that and I back up. Well, then I dump it off to him, and now he has more room.
Thinking like a wide receiver. Now, 5 yards and in red zone. Now give me your best play.
My best play, I'm still going to spread you out wide.
Okay.
Right? And I saw this play last night. I'm not opposed to that quarterback draw. I'm not opposed to that quarterback draw.
Thank you.
I'm not opposed. I saw Jordan Love run it last night. I'm not opposed to, because again, when I spread you out wide, you now are thinking in your mind, and you have to bring in nickel and dime guys. You're not bringing in.
Spread them out wide
and hit them up the middle. Just like my love life, baby. I'm going to spread them wide and hit them up the middle.
Hey, let's take our last break on that note. We'll be right back for the predictions.
Hanging with the boys.
And I'm going to ask y'all, the Cowboys win if, and the Cowboys lose if, in the next segment. Maybe one or two more phone calls. When we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year, and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the last segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Jigsaw, the official dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And let's not waste any time. Let's go right back to the phones. Who's on the phone, Chris?
James in Midland.
James, what's up, man?
Hey, fellas, man, great show. I enjoy hearing each and every one of you. And Nate, man, I've known you since I was in high school when they used to call you the kitchen, man. And
what's up?
Jesse. Hey, and Jesse, I've always rooted for you when you first got to the Cowboys and y'all on Hard Knocks, man. I loved it when you made the team, and I was upset when they got rid of you. But I will tell you, I'm not the pastor, but I am a pastor, and I love hearing y'all. And I love hearing y'all talk that football gospel, man. And I tell you right now,
that's just me and Kurt. These two heathens over here don't talk the gospel. That's me and Kurt. I'm the pastor. Kurt's my deacon, my senior elder.
But I do sit on the front pew.
Okay, I got you. Well, I just want to say this, that my dad used to always have an old saying that you never want to poop and fall back in it, and that's what it seemed like this team tried to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It was where the defense started doing their own thing and not playing the way that they know that they have to play just straight up good football and do their assignments. And like I'll always say, do your job. And if they can do that, I believe that they can win. And I also agree with that about letting Dak run up the middle in the red zone. I'd like to see a little bit more RPO and all of that. But I still have trust in this team, and I know you guys do as well. So I just believe they'll win if they play good technical football, but they'll lose if they take a poop and fall back in it. So y'all have a good rest of the show and have a good one.
Great call. Thank you, Pastor. Let's hope somebody hands them a wet wipe this week and they get that cleaned up. And we just move forward. So,
good one, Shane.
One more call before we give our predictions and our Cowboys win, Cowboys lose opinions. Who do we have?
I got Tyrone and DC.
Tyrone.
Tyrone.
When you say Tyrone, you just kind of, it makes you want to drop a couple of octaves, doesn't it?
Tyrone.
What's up, Tyrone?
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Hey, look, fellas. Hey, what's going on? Hey, look, Jesse, I got to say this to you, man. I appreciate what you just said in the last segment about if you have to teach or coach effort, then it's too much time. It's too much talking. I'm a middle school PE teacher, but I also coach volleyball right now, and we got a game this evening. And let me tell you something, man. I have to continue to teach effort to a point where I'm about to make some cuts. This is foolish.
Send a message.
This is foolishness, man. So, no, I appreciate what you said. The effort, it has to start with that defensive line. Stop shooting the gaps. Stay gap assignment. Keep your outside shoulder free if you're on the edge. These are just things that are small things, man, that you have to do in order to be successful, in order for us to be that defense that we want to be, man. So, Jesse, really, man, I appreciate you saying that.
I got you, Coach. Watch this. Coach Tyrone, what's the name of your volleyball team?
Oh, we are the John Hayden Johnson Middle School Lady Panthers. John Hayden Johnson Middle School Lady Panthers.
All right, listen up. You can cut this for your team today. Lady Panthers, hear me and hear me good. This is coming from former Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holley. Coach Tyrone is doing a heck of a job trying to get you ladies prepared to go out there and play. 1, if you don't want to play, don't come back. 2, if he has to coach effort, don't come back. 3, if you are a bad teammate, do not come back. 4, effort is easy. It doesn't require any skill. It doesn't require any technique. It doesn't require anything but your will and your want. If you want to go do something else, do everybody on your team a favor and do not come back. But if you decide, after hearing this message, that you want to be a part of this Ladies Panthers volleyball team, then Coach Tyrone should never, ever, 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 ever have to speak to any one of you again about effort. Now, he may say about skills, he may say about being where you're supposed to be, but you should come ready, enthusiastic, and have the energy and effort to go out there and give it everything you got for 3 or 5 sets on the volleyball court. Y'all got me? That no longer is a part of what y'all do, Lady Panthers. Get yourself together.
Man, hey, look.
You put this on and you cut this out. You do the screenshot and you play that for the Lady Panthers.
They usually cost you about $2,000, Coach.
Hold on. I got you. I know the pastor is always on, and the pastor just came on, but I'm a pastor's kid, and the gospel has just been preached.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go, Lady Panthers.
And we going to get a win. And I'll call y'all on Tuesday.
All right.
All right, man.
Let's go. Thank you, man. Great call.
$2,000 free.
That costs you money on Cameo.
That costs you. That will cost you to have me come say that to your team.
Yeah, that is gonna cost you.
You got it for free. Listen,
got it for free.
listening to Hanging
We got
with the
5
boys.
minutes, fellas.
I know.
Wow.
All right. Good calls.
That was necessary, though. I had to get the Lady Panthers right.
Yeah, help him
You
out.
skipped the whole first part.
John Johnson.
That was a mouthful. John Johnson.
Yeah, I
Jr.
didn't.
And you just go,
Lady Panthers.
Lady Panthers. I was
You know,
like, good job.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna play around with that. Lady Panthers. You know who I'm talking to.
All right, before we give predictions for the game, we'll start with you, Kurt.
Oh.
Cowboys win if just one thing, because there's 50 different things you could say. Just pick one.
Well, low hanging fruit. Stop the run.
Cowboys lose if.
They win if they stop the run. They lose if they don't stop the run.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
You asked it. For. He gave it to you. He gave it to you.
Jesse, I'm gonna go to somebody that actually talk.
Yeah, he did.
Because Nate's gonna be like, score more points, score less points. I know exactly where he's going. Jesse, Cowboys win if.
Cowboys win if Brandon Cooks shows up this game with 100 yards receiving.
Oh, all right.
All right, I like that. Cowboys lose if. Don't say Brandon Cooks has less than 100.
No.
Take the easy one.
No.
Kurt, I was giving you a chance to make 2 points.
Oh, I just made 2. There you go.
Cowboys lose if Mac Booty Juice
Mr.
Jones
Mr. Juice.
has over 250 yards passing.
Wow.
Okay.
Juice.
Nate, Cowboys win if.
They score more points.
Cowboys lose if.
They lose by 1 point.
Scrapping this segment. I'm going to say Cowboys win if Mac Jones throws the ball more than 32 times in the game, because that means the run's not working and they're playing from behind.
Good one.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Cowboys lose if they go down by 10 or more.
Ooh. No comeback for the Cowboys.
I don't think so.
Comeback. Wow.
I don't think so.
Hey,
I think they're going to try to control the game
that.
with the run, man. I don't think they're going to do it. All right. Predictions. Let's go around the table. Let's go to the most exciting one first. Nate.
The Cowboys should win this by 3. And I'm talking about the real 3.
The real
real 3.
What's the difference in a real 3 and a fake 3?
I'm serious because normally my real 3, my fun 3 is we beat the cow walking out of. This ain't gonna be a cow walking. This gonna be barely a walking.
So Nate Cowboys by 3. Okay.
Yeah, however you want to do it.
Kurt.
The Cowboys 23-14.
23-14. Jesse?
I don't think the Cowboys will take a crap and fall back in it.
All right. No wet wipes for you.
No wet wipes. I'm going Cowboys 23, Patriots 10. Defense shows back up.
23-10. Chris?
Cowboys 28-13.
28-13. And I'll go.
Do you write Shannon or you write me?
All right, Shannon.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go 31-21 in honor of Zeke. Cowboys 31-21.
You didn't learn nothing
No,
from that.
you know what? Let me flip that.
21-15.
31-12.
But we just
Oh,
call
yeah,
it
he's
for a
15.
whooping.
I'll go 15.
We call it
31-15.
we call it for some reason. Why we just want Zeke to show up?
I didn't say I wanted him to even score. I just said in honor of Zeke.
Okay.
31-15.
Let me ask this question, and maybe. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Pod pick real quick for Chris. This is for Chris.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Who will score the first rushing touchdown? Either team.
Rushing.
Jesse.
Either team?
Either team.
Ramondre Stevens.
Stevens.
Yeah,
Okay.
He been on that all
Kurt?
day, boy.
Cavante
Turpin. Nate.
Dak.
Oh.
I just knew you were going to say Zeke.
I did too.
I just knew you were going to
be
say
that funny.
Nate.
Yeah, I don't want to
I was
be
going to
that
be like,
funny.
you hypocrite. No.
I'll go Zeke. Zeke. Chris, who'd you pick?
I haven't yet, but I will. How about I'm just going to go low-hanging fruit, Pollard.
Okay.
So wait, you said for the Cowboys?
No, for anybody.
For anybody.
Anybody.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I feel like I'm like the one that's off the
off the rock.
Yeah.
You're good.
You got full of sugar.
I took Zeke. All right, what's your question before we end the show?
Oh,
He forgot.
No, I never forget. A good question. Little spiciness.
Okay.
Is. Do we look at this any deeper than just surface? CD came out yesterday and he made a comment about. They asked him about the red zone woes, and he talked about, yeah, I just want to. If I touch the ball more, we won't have those problems. That's basically
that's
what he
spiciness,
said.
bro.
Is that just Zeke kind of saying, hey, I want the ball more?
CD.
Sorry, excuse me. CD saying, hey, I just want the ball more, or is that like, all right, Dak, like, I'm this one's targeted at you?
No, both of them. He talking to Coach McCarthy and his quarterback.
Ooh, so a little spice, spice.
Normally, I wouldn't read anything into it, but his body language said everything in that Cardinals
Yes, it did, man.
Yeah,
and that coming off the heels of the way he was, like, I think he's little Dez moment,
little ticked.
I think so.
We have the tendency to be divas.
What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of message there.
You know what I would do? Throw him the ball 20 times this game. Be like, you wanted it. Here it is.
Oh, it's coming.
What you gonna do
It's
with
happening.
Well,
Here it
The
is.
ball.
Problem is, Belichick
Gonzalez.
knows that too.
Yeah, Gonzalez like, oh, we're gonna shut that down. Belichick's like, we're gonna shut you out, buddy.
Great show, guys, even though some of us weren't here for half of it. But, hey, the half that you were here.
Yeah, he did his half.
Dude, you had
that first segment.
You had every right. You could have taken the last 2 segments off. You need to bring that energy on Monday. Unless they lose. I don't want that energy.
You supposed to be riding with me and you roll rap with
No,
with Zeke,
I'm
man.
with you. I did go with Zeke. All right, Kurt, thank you. Jesse, thank you. Nate, thank you.
Yeah.
Good show.
Chris, thanks for keeping us on the show, on the air. Jazz, thanks for keeping Chris
Jazzy
company.
Jill.
We'll be
Almost
back.
Killed Nate with that cookie.
Victory Monday. If that is not Victory Monday,
I would not be
we
showing
won't
up.
be on the show. We're not coming to work. So hopefully we see you Monday. Same time, same place on Hanging with the Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!